Okay, so next on we have a very interesting panel coming up with IOV Labs' favorite Pei Chen moderating, segueing nicely from the everyday DeFi use cases we were just looking at. The panel is going to be looking at how to build everyday DeFi. Pei will be taking us through and has a number of experts from the ecosystem discussing these use cases. So I'd like to welcome onto the stage Pei Chen and her panel. Please welcome Pei.
¿Tienes micrófono? Sí, vamos. Hola, hola. Hola, hola. Oh, mira, estaba prendido.
Hello.
Hola.
Hello.
Hi.
I think we're good now. As many of you know, we officially launched the Everyday DeFi concept back at Consensus 2022. We, as a company, truly believe that a new era of crypto adoption has arrived, and the majority, the mainstream, is ready for it. We're not really talking just about Rootstock adoption. We're talking about building a future where crypto and blockchain will be an integral part of the day-to-day infrastructure that could serve everyday human interaction and financial transactions. So now I think looking back, it's fair to say we've come a long way. We've built a lot of decentralized finance platforms together, but we often found ourselves stuck in the middle of high risk and unprotected DeFi use cases. And a lot of them, including myself, have been burned from incidents such as the FTX that happened, the Terra and the Luna incidents. The list goes on, the bridges incidents, so on. So I think, the one point is at Rootstock, we are really committed to delivering true value to our everyday normal end user through non-speculative and low-risk use cases. And I cannot think of a better way to do that, to reach the next billion normal people, than partnering with our very intelligent, very creative partners in the space. And all of these panelists today are joining me for this discussion. And I think, given where things are going, we're making really meaningful traction and progress. Together, I believe we'll reach that tipping point of an explosive growth. And right now, it's just really nice to see how partners and projects are intertwined and thrive together. So I'm really excited about this panel, where we're going to be talking about everyday DeFi use cases and different products that are making everyday DeFi a reality right here on Rootstock. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me.
Thanks for inviting us.
And I think just to quickly introduce everybody, and we'll jump into some questions. On this stage, we have Mauricio, the co-founder of Tropykus.com, and also co-director, CEO of True. And Tropykus is the very first decentralized finance platform that is powered by Bitcoin and born in Latin America. And we also have the CEO of LATAMXO. And LATAMXO is a Bitcoin as a service platform with a very big focus around Web3, wallets, dApps, and DAOs. So welcome. And also we have Bruno, the founder of Defiant, a self-custodial mobile wallet and a P2P marketplace. And lastly, we have Juan,
Hi.
co-founder or founder of Kripton Market.
Yes.
So it's I believe it's a marketplace for artists, freelancers, professionals, small, medium businesses to interact with, get access to Bitcoin and transact at the merchant level. So we'll get to
This was our beginning,
cases.
yes.
Exactly.
This is how we started.
Correct. Okay, awesome. So without further ado, we'll get to the questions. The first one I would like to ask you guys is, what is your core product and how do you envision everyday DeFi fitting into your business strategy?
Yeah, hello everyone. Tropykus is a savings and borrowing protocol that born because we were suffering some financial problems not only in Colombia, where I'm from, but also my partner is from Spain, and he saw how their money lose value every time he went back to Spain. And also my brother lives here in Argentina, and I suffer with him these permanent cycles with the inflation and the devaluation. And we have the other company, True, that is a software company, and we started to build DeFi projects for third parties, and we started to see that the benefits of the technology. And we say, okay, we have the knowledge, we have the pain, we have to do something, we have to put our money where our mouth said, and we started Tropykus, and we have been building the protocol with more than 400 people in the community. And our idea is something like Toby mentioned just a few minutes ago. And I'm so excited about that because you can use Tropykus to save money and borrow money in very few steps. Actually, if you want to do it only with your Gmail in a non-custodial way, in one click, you can do it. We are also integrating some exchanges to use your loans with debit cards and to your bank account in Latin America. I'm sorry for the people that is not from Latin America. You cannot use those kind of services yet. But we try to simplify the user experience for the users to access this kind of financial services. Our thesis is that we have to behave as the people behave, and we don't expect the people to behave as the crypto community expect to behave. And we think that we have to go in that way, in that strategy of everyday DeFi.
Thank you, Mauricio.
Hi, how are you? Okay, from LATAMXO, it's a platform that we are very focused in the user experience, that we are talking about everyone, about how a regular person, not technical person, can use all amazing this DeFi all days. So we focus to build a product that is very easy and even is a service. So the most important is that we build a crypto chat that you can send and receive cryptos, even you can send and receive NFTs, and even you can, of course, interact with Tropykus, with Kripton, and all the community in RSK. So, for example, if a person wants to, send to the mother or to even the daughter, it's equal that use WhatsApp. It's very easy. Everyone wants to use DeFi, but in a very familiar way, So you can send a message and you can send a crypto like the same. It's very easy, You don't must to learn nothing. So our focus is to make products that everyone can use it. So if you download right now, you can send money very fast with a crypto chat. So we have different use cases right now, different clients from all the world, in Europe, in the United States, that right now they are using this product to send and receive in different contents. For example, we have a client that is focusing on sports teams, pro sport teams, so all the players can send and receive money to their family. Or even we are working very hard in El Salvador with ASCAP, that is a cooperative, that they are giving micro loans with the chat, very easy. They ask for it, a regular person can ask a micro loans with the chat, and just, like a message, they ask who are them, and they send the loan, very easy. So we are focused all the time in the user experience to make more easy to the regular people to use DeFi. So that's all.
Well, so a bit about Defiant. Well, as many of you may know, Defiant it's one of the most used wallets in the RSK ecosystem. Actually, we were born like really close to RSK in our beginnings, and we were one of the first in integrating money on chains platform with whom we still have like plenty of our users still use money on chain, and many of the RSK platforms and dApps. Also, we've got a Kripton market for sure integrated for cash in and cash out. Of course, nowadays we're we support not only RSK but also Ethereum, Bitcoin, and more than 10 other blockchains. Now we integrated a Lightning Network service that's really new from yesterday, and we've also integrated staking solutions in order to offer the users a passive yield on their crypto. And I think that Toby should try that out, because I think that he'll be glad with the UX that we've achieved there. And well, many more features like connecting to any dApp via Wallet Connect, and many things that are still to come.
Okay, I am Juan. I'm one of the owners and founders of Kripton Market. We start with the mission of make everyone get to know that you don't need to invest to get into crypto. Our philosophy, or the reason why we are, is because we believe that every people should know that the switch between fiat and crypto is basically on the other side. You don't need safety in account, you don't need money to save, you only need to open a new source how you value your effort. So, as I said in the beginning, we create the metaverse but without software. All of them know that we are not the software guys. So, but we saw that every person should interact in a crypto way, bringing what they have. At the beginning, we saw the goal, like trying to take the same stores that Amazon and Mercado Libre were having, but we see it very difficult, because even that they are going to have the need of move from Mercado Libre or Amazon to a crypto-friendly retail software. Nowadays, it will be extra time to charge the products in our marketplace, and the demand is not that much, so we saw it like there was not a business for them. The need, it was for us to get customers. So we thought that if we cannot get to the stores, we should get to the customers. So we start to develop certain kind of things that we call it crypto services. Crypto service allow everyone who got cryptos to get back to the old world. I don't know, how many of you have someday have to move from these countries to your countries to another one? If you move for example, from Argentina to Sherman for a better shop, you are going to get a better salary. I did. But then I want to eat a barbecue, and there is no one who sell it to me. The thing that is happening with the crypto guys is the same. Okay, you move to another financial system where everything is more solid. Your privacy, the value, and everything. But when you want to get involved with the day-by-day thing, you don't get anything. So what is crypto market? We become a bridge. And how we did it? By invest in the main trouble that humanity is asking. What we do with human beings. How we give utility to these humans who nowadays are losing their job because a machine can handle what they are doing. So we thought that if we take the more knowledge people of crypto, that they were like evangelists for free, and we give them an institution, a company where they can get a salary, we will start to create an industry. And we wasn't wrong, because when our Kriptonians, that is the agents that exist, start to work, we realized that we were not only growing itself, because the Kriptonians were in the street, then many people download Defiant wallets. And that's why he called us and contacted to do the same. Then, Tropykus say, hey, we would like to have your base of data of stores so we can offer the saving account. So basically what Kripton market does is bring the new world to the normal people. We don't care about business. We don't need to become, like FTX, who is handling the money of the people, or any kind of exchange. You can call it Buenbit, FTX, whatever. What we care, is to make the change of paradigm, that the people getting to the end of the road. That is where everybody has his own money in his own wallet. And that's why part of the business was showing them, so a wallet like, for example, LATAMXO or Defiant can give the chance to a person to buy and sell, ramp in and off, but in a non-custodial way, in a very DeFi way. So basically, Kripton market take care that this happen in Rootstock or any blockchain.
Thank you so much. That was very thorough, by the way. I have a long list of questions, but I'm going to just scratch most of them. And it's very interesting to look at each of your projects, right? You're tackling the same audience and the same type of retail emerging markets users, but from a very different angles. So starting with Mauricio, I wanted to just maybe you can tell us a little bit about some of your observations, takeaways from working with LATAM-based lender and borrowers, right? Like how has that been going for you? Do you see any challenges? Where do you see fractions, maybe key learnings from?
Yeah, first I want to say that for me it's not a coincidence that there are 4 founders, Latin American founders here building on RSK, because I think that in this ecosystem we feel this kind of pain. The founders of RSK are Argentinians. And we found the best ecosystem to build together, as you mentioned, to try to tackle the same problems with different technology. So I think that is one of the most exciting things that I found in the ecosystem. Talking with people have very basic needs. They want to, in Latin America, it's very different from developed countries that they want to yield, they want to leverage, they want to increase their wealth. In Latin America, we want to protect our wealth, not necessarily to increase. And to do it very easily. And Argentina is a very good example of that, but we have other examples like Venezuela, that it's bigger the problem, unfortunately. But
give us time, we will get there.
Yeah, I hope not. But we're facing the same problems in Brazil, Colombia, and other places. Also, we have to pay for cross-border payments like 5.5% on average. That it's insane. I don't understand that because it's digital money. It's like digital pictures or something like that. But if you're lucky and you can access to the financial system, it's legal here in Argentina to charge more than 100% for a loan per year. In Colombia, it's legal to charge for a microloan more than 60%. So that is a problem for the people because it's like being in a cycle of debt. It's impossible to pay those kind of debts. And also, of course, the inflation that we are facing, it's amazing. The devaluation of the money. Colombia is losing the purchase value of the money in 20% in the last 2 months, but that is a joke if you compare it with Argentina. And I heard last week in Venezuela some stories about that in the hyperinflation part of the problem. They ask for a beer, they drink the beer, they pay for them. They ask for another round, and they have to pay more because of the inflation. So those are the problems that we are facing in Latin America.
And I wonder, this question is for Bruno, right? As a wallet platform, it's such a flexible product, and when you design and evolve the Defiant product, what comes to top of your mind? What are some aspects that you think about the most as a company based in Latin America with the specific pain points you just mentioned? Also, you've been reaching out, trying to expand on Lightning and other protocols, so you can introduce new features and use cases, right? Maybe tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, I really liked and I agree with everything that Toby just said. I think that the biggest pain point at this point for the users is, well, exactly, it's all about user experience. So we've been trying mainly for the last couple of months now, the last whole year I'd say, we've been trying to polish our user experience. to give users the best way of really interacting with DeFi in an everyday fashion. So yeah, it comes to everyday DeFi. In the end, we hadn't put it in those exact words. And so yeah, it's all about giving them useful tools and in the cleanest, the leanest possible way. So that's our top priority for sure. Always we like that internally that we could address by creating almost from scratch a whole new product team that is in charge of that, and it's right now all about user experience.
I do like the approach of like focusing on the experience, right? The user experience, listen to the users, just as we wanted to listen to our partners of your needs and your aspiration. What would it take you to the next level through partnering with us and all of that? I feel like at LATAMXO, you guys think about use cases very differently, and you're approaching it in a very noble way. So, like recently, you've launched. There was the locker token was launched on your platform. So yeah, like, do you share some of your thoughts?
Yes, because we designed a product that everyone used WhatsApp, no? So from that point, we made this crypto chat, and locker token is a use case very incredible, where pro teams of hockey are using right now, and in the next months, more than 500,000 young players is going to be in the platform, and in their app, uploading all the NFT. Right now we are in the World Cup, and everyone have the album, collecting the albums. So we are doing the same thing, but in a digital way, of course, and with NFTs for these players. So 500,000 young pro sport are going to start to mint their own characteristics to everyone. So from that point, it's going to start,
I love it. I love the sports. It's just so fitting in like Latin America, right, where everybody loves sports.
It's because
it is everyday
the content,
subject.
Even the content, the sport content, it's a global thing, and DeFi is global thing. So it's very right to fit that,
I feel like we're up at time, but there's one question just stuck in my throat. I have to ask it. What happened to FTX, fiasco, it impacts everybody, right? Like whether you're building a product, you're consuming a product, you're an investor. Maybe, with Juan, we can start. Just share like briefly what your thoughts on this incident. Where do you see, your team will navigate the macro and the changes?
Well, I think, are we talking about the difference between the companies holding the money or that if it's a DeFi? Is it the question?
Just the ripple effect, right? What happens after bank run?
Well, this is very simple. There is two ways to learn. If you learn right, you think it's longer, but it's going to be short. If you are rushed, you will go for the wrong way, and you will have to do it again. So basically, what is happening is that people is getting into crypto, but with the habits of the old school. I mean, exchange is nothing else more than a bank. So this thing is happening in the name of crypto, but in an old-fashioned system. When the person are ready to understand the technology and decide to get into this kind of wallets by using our products, this is not going to happen. So how is the road? In the beginning, this old-fashioned product just covered with the DeFi or with the Bitcoin stuff will bring new people, but when something crashes, that people will be afraid, and some one of them will go away, and some others are going to move to our product. So, unfortunately, for the customers and for us, it's a line of time that is going to be necessary to pass. So we can meet each other. Between a person getting to real DeFi, is gonna swim in this world of almost DeFi, almost crypto things that FTX are, or Luna, or whatever of these things.
Yeah, that definitely stirs a lot of like a wave of fear and confusion. The retail investors might just leave for the time being, but they'll come back.
This also happened because it's a lot of people trying to get into something that don't really understand. So, because if they will get involved into crypto because the real matter of crypto, they will not have the money on that places. Yeah. So nothing will happen to them.
Great. Bruno?
Yeah, sure. Just approaching it from a different angle than Juan. Well, I think that we should expect more regulations, and that what's been happening for the last couple of days, yeah, it's going to be like bad for the market in the short term regarding prices and volumes and activity in general. But maybe it'll be good in the long term, because it's like Juan said, the bad actors will be thrown away from the ecosystem. Let's hope.
Sure.
Yes, I agree with both of them.
You
right?
got that.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like it's a movement, and you must start to learn every day. But the main thing is that you don't must expect that that person is going to learn something. You must use what is using right now. You must approach them. So that's our focus. I am an industrial designer, so my main focus is to, it's a regular use, to use WhatsApp or regular whatever, Tinder, Uber. You touch one button and you go. So from that point, it's like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, a different angle also, but I agree, is that in bull markets, everything works. Everything is perfect, and I say to the people, it's like, okay, no, we have problems to solve. Not all that is happening in the ecosystem is working very well. We have to talk about the problems. No, we don't have to talk about the problems because we're growing and people is excited and things like that. In bear markets, it's the opposite. It's like everything is bad. Nobody works. It's like the sentiment is so bad, and we have to talk about, no, the fundamentals of the technology are stronger than 1 year ago in the all-time high. Bitcoin is stronger, Ethereum is stronger, RSK is stronger. So that FTX did this doesn't mean that all the centralized services are bad. There are very good people in the ecosystem trying to solve the problems, trying with a mission, trying to help and adding value. There are some bad actors, but that doesn't mean that all of the centralized services, we are DeFi, but that doesn't mean that all the centralized services are bad. So we have to to balance that. I know that those are difficult days these days, but yeah, we have to balance that and to see better what is happening in the ecosystem, in the technology, and not only with the bad sensations of these bad people in the ecosystem.
Yeah. A lot of takeaways and learnings from this kind of instance, for sure. Thank you so much again.
Thank you for
inviting us. I think we're officially up with the time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.